So, hey everyone, welcome to another episode of our TemplateMonster podcast. We've been having quite a lot of episodes recently, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. And anyway, shout out in the comments if you're liking these episodes, if you're like to listening to our guests, if you like the topics that we pick. Anyway, give us some kind of feedback so we know if you're even enjoying this or not. Anyway, in today's episode, we're going to be talking about something that everyone has been thinking about, but has been quite, I think, afraid to ask. Should you have a TikTok account? Should you even start on TikTok if you're a creative, if you're a designer, illustrator, like any kind of creative professional? What benefits are there for you if you are trying to build an audience online, showing off your work, and if you can get any traction on this kind of platform? And today I'm going to be talking to Irene. As always, we're always here, just the two of us. Sometimes there are some random people popping in, but mostly just us. So could you please quickly give us, me and the viewers, the overview of today's topic, because I am completely new to this platform. I've never even opened, anyone's account on this platform. I just heard of it. And what people are saying, the first thing that you hear when people start talking about TikTok is that everyone mentions that it is like for children, like mostly teenagers and like younger generation is hanging around there. Is that even true, or recently things have changed? Like, what do you have to say about that, about the platform overall?
TikTok has been a huge trend in 2020. That's undeniable. And but actually, the app is not really new because it was launched long ago in 2016, and over time it has been changing. And it's not even the most popular app in China, where it was actually launched like from the very beginning. TikTok now has over 800 million active users worldwide. This is like as of Q1 statistics, like this year.
Is that a lot though? I mean, sorry, just comparing to the audience that they have on Instagram, how big is it?
Well, on Instagram, it's like, I guess, billions, like several billions.
Okay. So 8 million is not a lot yet.
Well, yeah, so far, yeah.
Comparing to other platforms.
Yeah, but as of your remark that TikTok is an app for children, well, actually, it's partly true because 41% of its users are aged between 16 and 24. It's very disputable if you can, consider people aged 24 children, but still, these are younger people, younger audience. So this is an app for Gen Zers mostly. Like, it's called the app for Gen Zers, the Generation Z.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm just trying to understand what category I fall into, like what generation I fall into, because I'm kind of seems like I'm stuck in between millennials and that generation that we were talking about, like.
Zoomers.
Oh God, this sounds horrible.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
So, as for a creative, what benefits can this even bring to someone who is looking to like get more following, get more projects, more clients? It seems like, this is not the kind of platform where you want to put out your work and just blandly just lay out your portfolio in there. This is not the kind of platform. Probably it requires a little bit different approach.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Because sorry for interrupting you, but it's like you're absolutely right. For instance, there are specific platforms that are geared specifically for creatives, and we've been talking about them. We've been mentioning them and using them as references for our videos on TemplateMonster YouTube channel. These are Dribble, Behance, and of course, these are strictly geared for a specific type of content and specific type of audience. That's undeniable. But TikTok is it reminds you of Instagram, but it works a little bit differently. And of course, as you've said, you need different approaches to succeed on this platform. Actually, when I was researching this topic, I figured out that there are kind of pros and cons for creatives as of starting a TikTok account. And so, for instance, it's a yes if you already have like a massive following on some other platforms like Instagram or Facebook or maybe Dribble. I don't know. Like if you have massive following, then you probably can drive these people to join TikTok and to become your followers there. Also, if you're sure that there's like your target audience on TikTok and it can potentially gain you some orders and maybe help you sell your services, then probably yes, you should go on TikTok. Also, if you have like unlimited amount of time and resources to spend on TikTok and like create a little bit different content for this platform specifically, then yes, you should go on TikTok and try it. Because, you know, as with every new app, like social media app, it's trending like in the first several months, and so a lot of bloggers, a lot of influencers join these social media, and we can see them inviting their audience from other platforms to join them on TikTok. So that's like a given. But if you don't really have the time, or if you don't really see like how you can benefit from it and really in the dark about what kinds of content would work, it's probably not a good idea to spend your time there and to spend your efforts on starting your journey on TikTok. And so actually, I found several examples of creatives who have succeeded on TikTok. And these are like, I found an article that shows actually the examples of exact accounts and the exact ways of how people use TikTok to, you know, become prominent there, to gain their target audience and to gain like a new following base. So, for instance, there's this author and illustrator and an art teacher called Miranda the Hybrid. And she has amassed a large following through tutorials and tips for artists. And also she's shared different critiques of other artists' work. And of course, she has her own exceptional art and charm. So this is basically like her strategy is different types of content grouped in one account. So these can be like different tips, tutorials, and everything that can be shown quickly. Because as you may or may not know, the average length of a TikTok video is 15 seconds. And
no way.
Seconds.
Like,
yeah, like
15 seconds?
Yeah, but the most popular videos there are like 15 seconds and maybe a little bit longer. But
like, is there a restriction for the video length, or is just like an average? But you can.
Well, it's like average, because there's like this automatic scrolling, or like not scrolling. We can say that it's like there's the feed that changes automatically like every 15 seconds. And so if you don't know what to look for and where to start, then you just go on this feed, and the artificial intelligence that is used on TikTok automatically switches the video. So you don't even have to think about it. Like, it just, you know, passes you by. It's like fast food, you know, this content is just passes you by. So you don't even have to dwell on it and to be thinking about it, like to stop and think. But yeah, these guys that I've mentioned, like this Miranda and some other guys, like we can include them later in this podcast, like in a video.
Yeah, definitely. We'll record the screencast and it will be on the screen while you were talking about them.
Yeah, they also have like more like longer videos. And for instance, another guy called McMonster or MC Monster, I don't know how to spell that correctly. He has like short 60-second videos, and he shows like time lapses and different kinds of time lapses where he captures the details of his like 8 or 9 hour work process on a particular type of content or illustration or drawing. So he uses like richer format, I don't know, more broad sense of it as of TikTok.
Okay, so are there limitations for the video length?
No, there's no limitations, like strict limitations
Like
that
you could record an hour of video and upload it on TikTok.
Yeah, but well, actually, I haven't really researched that, but I know that like this platform prefers like shorter types of videos. Hold on. That was like a good question for me to ask.
Okay, now the Google says that at first TikTok videos could only be up to 15 seconds long, but the company recently extended the limit to 60 seconds.
Okay. So you can't upload like an hour-long video for sure, but you can have a condensed one.
Like, okay, a couple of thoughts on what we've been talking about. First of all, like the first thought that I had when you mentioned that this is like the artificial intelligence that chooses the stack of content for you to watch, and it just swipes it across the screen automatically. First, it just sounds scary, it's like you do not. Okay, progressively you start using your brain less and less and less and less to kind of try and control what you're watching. We're kind of getting back to the era of TV. Really, like, but now this is not the people behind the TV programs that are choosing what we're gonna watch, but the artificial intelligence, which is still taking away like some sort of freedom. But maybe I misunderstood something. It also might be the case. And if you guys who are listening to it or watching it, if you're a very engaged and excited users of TikTok and I got something wrong, you can obviously prove me wrong and like give us your opinion on the platform and on the app in the comments. And anyway, if you've used TikTok even for a day, not as a creative and trying to build the audience, but just a regular user, as a consumer, if we could put it that way, let us know your feedback. Would be really interested to know what you think about the platform and what potential it has in the future. So for creatives, we're going to talk later what approach is better to pick if you are looking to build some sort of an audience, some sort of following that is gonna expand in the future and bring you more visibility online to kind of help you live out your career. But since the platform is pretty new, it's like only 8 million people, and mostly those are, as we've mentioned, like younger generation. I forgot the name of the generation already, but
it has 800 million people, like active users.
Okay, this is a little more.
Yeah,
8 million is still pretty small, like comparing to Facebook and Instagram. And what I wanted to say is that since it's it only started gaining like massive popularity, like quite like pretty recently comparing to other apps online. So maybe this is the right time for you to try and do something, because it's rather gonna be a long-term game. As Irene has mentioned, it's gonna be something that you're gonna be doing long-term, like probably plan try and expect results in like several months, because the platform itself is still growing, but you get more chances because the competition among the creative and among the representation of the creative field and different types of art, like design, like fine arts, also drawing, maybe singing and that kind of thing, it's not that saturated. The niche is not that saturated yet, like in terms of designers accounts or something like that. Or is it saturated already? If we're talking about, if you had to describe the content that is being put out on TikTok, like in a couple words, how would you describe it?
Well, it's viral content mostly.
So could you say it's educational in some way or just entertaining?
Well, no, like, I don't know, maybe it's a rough estimate, but 80% or maybe 85% of what I've seen on TikTok, like whenever I just tried it and I registered an account with TikTok and I tried to, scroll down and figure it out, like the way it works. I saw some challenges, some fun videos, maybe some videos that even didn't make sense to me from what I was watching.
Because you're too old.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. There should be like some age barrier for sure. Like
For
age
entrance, you're
limitation.
not allowed in. You're too
Yeah,
old, sorry.
absolutely. Whenever, well, TikTok, like Instagram, it has hashtags. So I decided, if it has hashtags, then probably I could look up some information that's interesting to me by hashtags. And so what I found, that actually hashtag tech, it has over 2.3 billion views. And the videos are, there are so many videos, but not like nearly half of them actually correspond to the hashtag tech.
Okay, gotcha. So it's kind of a mess.
Yeah, and design hashtag, it has like 1.7 billion views, and I can't say these were videos that related strictly to design. So whenever I was looking for UI and UX, there was like smaller numbers, but I actually did find some cool tips and tricks that are strictly related to UI UX, but still there were like few accounts that presented those. And I actually found one account from the Google designer that was there. Yeah, and he had some like tips as of negotiations, like like those corporate email stuff, and maybe like getting your point through whenever you have a negotiation with somebody about work or maybe some projects. So these were kind of gems in all this mess. So don't think I'm prejudiced, but I kind of couldn't wrap my head around it. Like maybe really I'm too old for this.
Okay. No, this totally makes sense to me. I mean, what you're saying, I totally agree, because I'm used to mostly consuming some sort of educational content, or at least something that is not, a total waste of time. Like, if we can put it that way. Don't want to offend anybody. Like, everyone has their own approach and everyone has their own, preferences. So it is up to everyone to decide how they want to spend their time. But as far as I understood, this platform is not filled with educational type of content yet. So this is this is the case right now. Now, another question that I had. Okay, if we look at YouTube, if we look at Instagram, or if we look at a platform like Dribble, if we're talking about the professional approach. When we look at these platforms and we see what people are putting out on their profiles or just on people's feed and that kind of thing, we see that all the accounts that have a lot of subscribers, a lot of followers, the work there is like very high quality. Like the accounts on YouTube they have that have a lot of subscribers, like most often 99% of the time they will have professional cameras, professional gear like microphones. Sometimes they'll even have a separate team who will do the editing, all that kind of thing. So the setup has to be quite professional. On Instagram also, most people, like now it is easier because iPhones and that kind of thing, but before, the accounts that where people were taking photos with professional cameras or like with DSLRs, they were gaining more traction, they were gaining more subscribers because the quality was much higher, because the people were expecting you to create higher quality content because the image looks more beautiful, like naturally it attracts more people. But here it seems to be a little different. On TikTok it seems to be a little different. Am I right here?
Well, yeah, because the majority of videos that you come across on TikTok are made with cell phones, like mobile phones. Yeah. And it's not necessarily an iPhone, like the latest model camera. Just some average quality video, average type of video. And, sometimes they're fun, sometimes they're not exactly fun, and you can't really understand what the author was meaning to, what was the message of the video, the intention of the author behind it. But as of late, I've seen that a lot of celebrities are entering TikTok, and maybe, this has also contributed to its popularity because a lot of people are actually interested in seeing these effortless videos that are shot by celebrities. But we shouldn't forget that celebrities also have these crews of people with high quality tech and high quality everything that can, put together a video for you and have it posted like within an hour or 2 hours, or like several videos a day. And so I guess that in this respect, TikTok is also setting high standards right now because, like these videos with better quality are getting more traction, of course, than just average quality videos or bad quality videos.
Okay, this is kind of common sense. So it's quite an expected answer.
Yeah, so you have to keep up, and you have to make sure that at least you have some decent type of equipment to provide some quality content.
Okay, I see that on this platform as well, the audience will demand quite a high quality of content from you, definitely.
Of course.
This is natural. This is kind of common sense. What else? I've also been thinking, if you're a designer or generally, if you're a creative from a non-English speaking country, right? Because I know a lot of people who are watching us are not only from the US or UK or Australia, from all sorts of countries. Are there different sorts of countries? You get the point, sorry.
Yeah.
From different countries around the world. So if you're somebody who is not from an English-speaking country, does it make sense for you to start an account in your native language? Or it is still the audience there is mostly English-speaking? If we have to talk geography, where the audience, the bigger part of the audience on TikTok is coming from?
Well, surprisingly, it's not from China, where TikTok originally comes from. And actually in China, they have WeChat, which is like number one, and it's like a separate country in the whole app. So number one in popularity, like TikTok is number one in India. And it has over 467 million downloads.
Which is more than a half. More than a half of all of the audience there. Okay.
So I guess it totally makes sense to have some hashtags in Hindu languages, for sure.
Well, yeah, at least that. So this is a helpful tip, I think. But mostly I believe that... this is a totally different topic, and maybe we'll have to invite someone over and have a separate episode talking about that. Should you focus on your local market, or should you focus on the international sort of market, which will, of course, kind of help you decide if you want to run your accounts on Instagram, Dribble, Behance, blah blah blah, either on your native language or in your or in English, which is a completely different, totally separate topic. So we're not going to expand on that. But it was pretty interesting to know where the bigger part of the audience on TikTok is coming from.
Yeah, but USA, as if we were talking English-speaking audience, then USA is accounted for 123.8 million downloads. So it's taken the third place, and the second place is China with 173.2 million downloads. So as you can see, these are three top segments of audience. They are centered in India, China, and USA. And of course, Russia is also joining in because I've seen lots of hashtags in Russian. And of course, the content is for people who understand Russian, the CIS countries, not only Russia strictly, but the CIS countries and the countries of the Soviet, former Soviet countries, where people know Russian.
All right. Okay, so the last segment of today's episode will be a number of tips for you guys if you decided to start an account on TikTok, being a designer, illustrator, any sort of creative profession, and if you want to grow an audience there to help to kind of bring some additional audience and followers to your account. Not only on TikTok, maybe you could, if you grow an audience on TikTok, you could, as you mentioned, drive these followers on some other platforms as well. So this could also be helpful. So what tips generally do you have for creators who want to start an account on TikTok?
Well, the first tip would be that people should film behind the scenes videos because they gain a lot of traction. And as for creatives, this is especially important because they can film the process of creating their designs, their artwork, and make it interesting, like make them special in their own way. So if you like posting sneak peeks or if you like posting behind the scenes videos on Instagram, then probably TikTok will also favor this type of content with your account. So you should try doing this.
Like time lapses and that sort of thing. Like if you were creating a layout for an app, you could record a time lapse and just, like squeeze it down to 15-20 seconds. So it is like biteable size of content and just upload it over on TikTok.
Absolutely.
Good advice.
The second tip is to keep an eye on the For You page. This page is like the general feed where all of the challenges and all of the trends are showing up. So if you're looking for some new and some trendy content and maybe some trendy music, because, TikTok, it has like lots of different instruments to amplify your videos and to add some sounds, to add some, filters, smileys and whatnot. So actually For You page is the page where you get your inspiration from, like where you can follow the agenda on TikTok and choose like the trending content and maybe like jump on some new bandwagon in terms of some trends and stuff like that.
Okay, so did they, sorry.
Yeah, so actually, long story short, you just have to keep an eye on the latest trends because TikTok is a trend-setting app and the trends are constantly changing.
Shoot. Did you get it right? It has like its own full-blown video editor inside, like built in the app.
Well, not like a full-blown video editor, but you can amplify your videos by adding some like
filters,
filters,
emojis.
Effects. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Absolutely.
But you cannot cut a video in there, like speed up a video. So no such a thing, right?
Well, I didn't really get into this, but I'm sure there is a possibility to do something like this. Like on an average app on iOS, you can also do these types of things. So like for video editing. So I guess there is some possibilities to do that within TikTok. But we just have to, investigate deeper into this.
Okay, next tip.
The next tip is, people say you should be a little extra in your videos. Not really in terms of the length of the video, that you can now afford yourself the luxury of having a video of up to 60 seconds, but you can also show your personality through the videos, make it your personal style, make something that is recognizable by your audience.
Okay. So I get it. They probably they just like extravagant personalities, and of course it always draws attention. And
absolutely.
The way out of this could be you could keep your professional face on Dribbble, Behance, that kind of thing on your website. Mm-hmm. And on TikTok it will be more personal, so people get to know you behind the scenes, who you are, what you do, what your personality is, what your tastes are, what your friends are, that kind of thing. So definitely could be of course you don't want to post duplicate content on all the platforms. This is why you're gonna keep it different and interesting, so people have a reason to follow you there. They have a reason to follow you on different platforms. And exactly, and this is a great way to kind of prompt people to click that follow button if they see that the content there is drastically different, like on your Instagram and on your TikTok, for example.
Absolutely.
Sorry. Excited for the next one.
Well, that's like a boring one, but you have to post consistently, and you have to be present and aware. And people say that you should upload at least one video a day. Sorry. Yeah.
Video a day is like spamming almost.
Well, but you know, it's the nature of the app. It's so quickly changing all the time that you should be like in the course of things and you should be following the trends. And this is how you can actually stay relevant by uploading a video per day and, you know, making it different. But of course, I guess like if you have several platforms, you just can't and do that all by yourself without like a separate team of content makers who will do that instead of you. So I guess that for average people, this is nearly impossible, but maybe like 2 or 3 weeks, like at times in a week, you could upload something new so that people would, you know, still remember about you, like you would pop up.
Also, another thing I just thought about was, look, on YouTube, for example, or on Instagram, you could post carousels. On YouTube, you could post videos of any length, like the length that you prefer. But for example, let's say you uploaded a full-blown, an hour-long tutorial on YouTube. So what you could do, you could kind of cut it in smaller pieces, like very bite-sized pieces, maybe speed it up, like make it very quick, like up to 15-20 seconds, and upload it on TikTok like a sort of a preview or like a sort of a teaser for people who want to maybe follow you on YouTube to see the whole thing, to see the entire tutorial, if they get interested in that little teaser, that little preview that you upload on TikTok. So it's sort of like repurposing, recycling your content for different platforms. This could also be a way out for you to try and use the content that you've created for another platform to post on TikTok. Maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. And this way you can also attract people to your main platforms.
Yeah,
like
yes. Of course, if you're most like if you have the most the biggest subscriber base on YouTube, if you want to focus the most of your activity and your energy there, you'll use other platforms like sort of a side platform, so people can get updates from you and they, you know, get some additional info from you. So definitely this is going to help you grow your main channel as well.
Yeah, sure, absolutely agree with you. Up for the next tip, I guess.
Yeah.
So TikTok likes collaborations, and it's not only like you don't necessarily have to collaborate with big bloggers or celebrities. You can also find someone in your niche and collaborate with your fellow creatives. So this makes it even more exciting, even more interesting, and this way you have like crossing audiences, and so more people will get to know about you thanks to this collaboration.
Yeah, basically it works the same way as on any other platform. Like
so nothing original here as well.
Okay.
The next one is share your knowledge for free. Well, people love free stuff. We all know we love free stuff. Not a surprise again, yeah, but if you're open for sharing, and if your audience sees that you're sharing some very valuable tips and valuable content for free, and not trying to make some blatant sales on the account of TikTok, then probably they will like it even more and make you more popular.
Good tip.
The next one, like I said, is challenges, trends, and contests. So it's a good thing to jump on the bandwagon for popular challenges, and you can even start a challenge yourself. Nobody actually prevents you from this. So TikTok is a kind of a free way to do that without really without being judged by other people on other platforms. You know, like it's like a test ground for you, so you can start a challenge no matter how crazy it is. TikTok has seen a lot of crazy challenges, so this can be a good way, a good point to start.
So did I understand it correctly? It's like it works pretty much the same way as it does like on Instagram. You like share a video, add some tags, and you tag a person, like multiple people, just using their handle or whatever it's called on TikTok, and they're going to see this post that they were mentioned in this post, and they're going to pick this up.
Yeah, but not exactly. TikTok has this functionality that allows to split the screen. And for instance, to make this video, like whenever for instance, you started a trend, like you made a video doing something, I don't know, like drinking water, and then I'm like joining you in this trend, and I'm also making a video of myself drinking water, and so we can like put them all together in one video just by splitting the screen. And so like I'm tagging you, and it's like we're collaborating on this trend. But this is like a very stupid explanation of this, but whenever you join this app, you'll figure it out. So you can actually like do this. It allows you to do this. It has all of the needed functionality for you within this platform to do this, like to collaborate within one video.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Next one.
I'm just looking at your face, and you're kind of surprised.
No, it's like sounds very new, and like all the new stuff that appears
unusual.
Online.
Yeah.
Sometimes it sounds to you like, oh, it doesn't make much sense, but you'll be surprised. But in a couple of months, you're actually actively using this feature, and you're really liking it. You're digging it.
Yeah.
So this might be the case for many people. They might look at TikTok like very like, oh, what is that thing? But later they might join in and actually enjoy doing this.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it has potential, definitely.
The next tip would be use hashtags. Well, you have to develop your hashtag strategy, and you can find a lot of information about hashtags and how they work on the internet. So I won't dwell on that, but like it's pretty similar to how you use hashtags on Instagram
Or on Twitter.
Yeah,
On Twitter. The same.
Yeah. So the next one is also very obvious, but still people keep forgetting about this, is invite audiences from other platforms to join you on TikTok. Just keep mentioning this from time to time to the audiences on your main platforms that you have a TikTok account and you need some followers there. And so people will come and, follow you on TikTok. And the final one is be authentic and genuine, because TikTok values personality. It's all about off limit.
So creating an account for business and posting something like, if you're some sort of a store, or if you're like producing something, you're a product company. So posting things, talking about your products and talking about your services that you provide, this is not the best strategy, right?
I guess this won't work there, but what can work is actually integrating your products and services into fun and entertaining videos, or just finding a way to integrate it as good as possible, like post some entertaining content, join challenges, maybe collaborate with some other people in your niche, like some other stores that are selling similar goods. Maybe this could be a better option. Make some fun reviews of your products, unpackings. This is also a good thing to
people
do.
love unboxings or this kind of thing.
Yeah,
definitely.
So
or
for
also
stores.
maybe if you're selling a product or some sort of thing, you could try and ask your buyers, your customers, to film the unboxing, how they're unboxing your product, and send this over to you so we can upload it on your account so people can see it.
Yeah, but this is called user-generated content, UGC, and it's often used on Instagram as well. And marketers like it because it's kind of free and effortless, and you don't spend any time making this content, but it gives you social proof. So it's a win-win on both sides.
Yeah, it's definitely better than just writing some sort of like text review or something like this, because these can easily be faked, or people do not really trust these anymore. But a video, it always looks authentic. Right, when it's filmed by someone, how they're excited by opening the box and seeing what's inside. We all love these unboxing videos, especially unboxing of tech and tech reviews online. Well, new iPhone or new like MacBook, new laptop, like Microsoft Surface or something.
Actually, there's this video format on YouTube which is popular with some like lifestyle bloggers. Mm-hmm. It's called mukbang. You know it, yeah? It's when people are eating food and just chatting casually. So you can also try this on TikTok. I guess this will work.
Why? Why are you saying this? How is this gonna help people like designers and this stuff? Like, what?
Well, but it's not like really. Like I said again, it's about showing your genuine side. So you're, apart from being a designer, you're also a person, you know, and sometimes you can really incorporate some, maybe a little bit of craziness from the real life so that people can see the real side of you. And it's not like strictly being professional is boring. And even Instagram doesn't really like it. I've seen like one of the latest trends is incorporating your personality into your accounts, even your professional accounts, so that people would actually know who's behind all of this, you know, valuable content. Because of course, yeah, you can provide people with lots of value, but at the end of the day, they are looking for personality behind this value. So
yeah, people love to connect to others, and of course it helps them to kind of connect with the person's, like, on a psychological level, when they see their face, when they see their eyes, because we unconsciously, we're always drawn to the image of eyes, to see in the person's face. This is like also just very natural for people. So knowing these little things, you can now have a like a better start on okay, notification. We can have a better, more rapid start in TikTok. So we really hope that we inspired you to start your journey on TikTok, or maybe on the other hand, we just discouraged you from even trying. This also can be the case. Like, I didn't even get more excited about this platform, to be honest, but I just definitely learned a lot more about it. And if I notice that some people do implement these techniques and these tips that we've been talking about just over the past hour, and we will see how successful they get on the platform, if it actually works. And we're going to see more and more, I'm pretty sure we're going to see more and more accounts from professional designers, like you've said, the guy from Google sharing some of his like advice and tips. We're going to see a lot more people like that on the platform that already have like massive following on other platforms, or maybe they do not, and they're just going to pick TikTok as the platform to start their activity online, the public activity online. So definitely the platform, it's very likely it's still gonna keep growing. So if you want to hop on this train, just go ahead and do it. It is always better to start and, you know, try a lot of things and fail at some of these things, but eventually get some result and figure this out slowly, using tips from different sources, from us, from some other podcasts, from some videos on YouTube, from some blogs, and eventually gonna get some success. It's always better than not to try at all and not see any result, you know, obviously. So do you have still a couple words to wrap this up?
Well, yeah, the bottom line of this whole research is that you should try yourself and figure out for yourself whether TikTok is a good platform for you or not. Well, maybe you will come up with some other way of presenting your content. Maybe you will come up with some other idea for a challenge or starting a contest. So the opportunities are endless. And by this video, we meant to show you that there is like another niche that you can try yourself in, and that you can apply your skills and find people who can share the joy of being a creative on another platform. So thanks for watching this video, and thanks for staying with us until the end, and hopefully you'll get successful on TikTok.
Yeah, definitely. All the luck to you, the best of luck to you, and in all of your attempts trying to grow on any platform, no matter if it's TikTok, Instagram, Behance, YouTube, whatever. Just keep trying, stay inspired, and it will be pretty much it for this episode. If you have something to say in the comments, we always encourage you to shout out in the comments. Let us know what you think about this episode, and if you want to add something, if you want to ask something, or suggest something for the upcoming videos, you're always welcome. We love to hear back from you. Have a great day. See you next time.
Yeah, see you next time.